Good day, everyone. So today we'll be looking at woodwork and tools. Okay, and in this topic, we'll be considering two major tools under woodwork and tools. These are measuring tools and the marking out tools. Right, so let's dive into this. So starting with the measuring tools, we're going to ask, why do we need to measure? Why do we need to measure in woodwork? Um, okay, now we need to measure so that we ensure our result is a quality result. Okay, so that we get the required length we need. Okay, before cutting and construction, wood must be measured to required length. Precision ensures quality result and proper fit of all components. Imagine that you want to, fix a wooden door, and the space is 20 centimeter by 40 centimeter, and you didn't measure. Maybe what you are going to bring is not 60 centimeter by 100. Will it fit in into the door space? No. So it helps in proper fit of all components. So it's very key that we measure when we are doing our woodwork. Okay. So I will say that let's talk about the measuring tools that we need. When doing measurement in woodwork, we need the metric rule. The metric rule we are talking about here is our ruler, the meter rule, okay, the tape rule as well. So these are simple measuring tools made up of metals, wood, plastic, or coiled tape. So we need our metric with our core metric rule. We also need our caliper. The calipers are instruments for measuring the internal diameters of circular shapes. This is a sample of it. Okay, most time we use it in measuring the internal diameter. But this particular one is a vernier caliper. It can measure both internal diameter and external diameter. The up part there, the up side here, the up jaw is used to measure the internal diameter, while the down jaw, as you can see here, is holding an object here. It's measuring the external diameter of this object. So these calipers. And we also have the divider too. The divider transfer measurement accurately from one location to another. So that's what it does. We use divider in transferring measurement from one location to another. So these are the three measuring tools we need: metric rule, the caliper, the dividers. So I will say that let's talk about the caliper now. We have three major type of caliper. Like I've said earlier, the inside caliper is used for measuring the internal diameter of an object. You could see here now it's measuring the internal diameter of this rod. You could see, all right? Then the outside caliper is used to measure the external diameter of a cylindrical object. You could see here. So it is made for measuring the external diameter of cylindrical or circular object. Then we also have the third type of caliper known as the odd leg caliper. This measures center lines of round bars. They are also known as the Jennings caliper. So if you want to measure the center lines of any round bar or rod, look at it here. You make use of this odd leg caliper or the Jennings caliper. It also has another name. I will leave that to you to find out the third name that this odd leg caliper. Second name of the third name rather. It is known as odd leg caliper. It is known as Jennings caliper. Then the third one, go and find out as your assignment. Right. So I want to talk about the caliper. Let's talk about the other type of tools known as the marking out tools. We mentioned that we are looking at two tools in this woodwork: the measuring tools and the marking out tools. Now we have talked about the measuring tools, that there are three of them. Okay. Now we are looking at the marking out tools. Now the marking out tools, after you have done your measurement, you need to mark what you have measured, is it not? So the next operation after measuring is to mark out the beginning and the end of what you have measured. Okay. So the marking out tools we are looking at here are known as the tri-square, the sliding bevel, the meter square, and then the compass. So these are the four marking out tools that we shall be considering. Okay, so let's begin. The tri-square, this is the tri-square here. The tri-square is used to mark lines that form right angles. So when you want to mark lines that are that are right angles, you take your tri-square close to it and you mark it out. Okay, just get it marked out with the object, and then you can see here that it's giving a shape of right angle. So it also helps in testing the squareness of an edge, whether an edge is actually perfectly squared, to ensure accuracy and proper alignment. Because if you are not accurate, I'm sorry, you will not get the best result in the work you do on the woodwork. So the tri-square basically is used to mark out right angles. Right angle, that is angle 90 degrees. So we also have the sliding bevel. The purpose of this is for duplicating angles and setting out bevels. Okay, when you have measured angles, you can use this sliding bevel to duplicate another angle. Maybe you measure an angle, let's say angle 20 degrees. The sliding bevel will help you to get that measurement and take it to somewhere else, that same measurement to another area and put it there, because it's slidable. Okay, that's what it does. It's flexible design, and it's a sliding type of object. That's why it's called sliding bevel. So you can slide it from one side to the other to get the angle you want. The only angle you can get with this sliding bevel is angle 45 degrees. Right? So you need to mark any angle you want. Okay? And then we have the meter square and the compass. The meter square, this is the meter square here. It marks angles, particularly 45 degrees, with precision for meter joints. So if you want to mark angles, you use meter square. Okay? Then we have the compass. This compass is used to mark arcs and circles accurately on wood surface. So if you want to get arc or circles, you have no other instrument to use for marking than your compass. Okay, your compass is very, very important when it comes to that. Right. Let's talk about the complete tools in general. Okay, so we have the measuring tools, which we say with the metric rule and the caliper. Okay, we use the metric rule. We have said we are looking at the summary of what we have said now. So the metric rule and your caliper used for what? For getting accurate dimensions. When it comes to getting right angles, okay, we use the tri-square, okay, to ensure perpendicular line. When we say perpendicular, we mean angle 90 degrees. So we use the tri-square in getting angle 90 degree at the edges. If you want to get a curve, you make use of your compass to mark a curve. Okay, use the compass to mark a curve and circular shape accurately. And if you want to duplicate angles, make use of your sliding bevel, your meter square for precise angle markings. All right. So we have been able to categorize all these tools into four categories now. If you want to measure, you make use of your metric and your calipers. If you want to get right angle, you make it of a tri-square. You need any other angle, you want to duplicate angles, you make it of a sliding bevel and meter square. And you need curves or a circle, you make use of your compass. So I want to say this. Let's now talk about what you take away with. What is your key takeaway? Number one, precision first. Accurate measurement and marking are foundation of quality woodwork. If you are not accurate in measuring, you will spend time doing your woodwork and you will not finish as quick as possible. because you are not precise enough. You will keep dismantling and building again because there was no measurement at the beginning. That's point one. So precision first. Then point two is right tool matters. Because if you use the wrong tool for a particular work, you will not get purpose. So each tool serves specific purpose. Caliper for circles, square for angles, and compass for arcs. Okay, so for example, now you want to get an angle, and then you are with caliper. Of course, you're not going to get anything out of that. You want to get a right angle, and then you are holding. Want to get a right angle, and then you are holding a compass. You're not going to get anything out of that. So you use the right tool for every action you are going to take. Okay, and then master the basics. Master the basics, because if you have these tools and you have not mastered them, you will likely not get the result you want. So proper use of measuring and marking tools ensure successful construction and professional result. So you should use your tools correctly, and you should master them, because first usage you might not really get it well, but as you use them over and over and over and again, you are going to master the basics of these tools. All right, good. So I hope you have learned something today. Yeah, so we are going to be drawing the curtain here today. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.